So, you want to stop being lazy and you want to actually improve your life. You want to be able to be productive and get things done. But every time you try, you just struggle. Whenever you try to open a book, you just struggle and you can't get past one or two pages. Whenever you try to do your studying or whatever work you're doing at the moment, you just kind of give up immediately and you never feel like doing it. You always feel like relaxing, feel like laying in bed, feel like just doing these instant gratification things. And if you don't know the difference between instant and delayed gratification, instant gratification essentially gratifies you immediately. So it might be eating a chocolate bar, eating junk food, having your own vices and addictions and, whatever you might do. Then there's delayed gratification, which would be reading a book or studying. You retain the knowledge over time, or working out and hitting the gym. So I want to show you kind of how I've improved my life and changed my life over the past 3-4 years, and I've completely transformed and changed as a person. My social skills are just so much better. I don't feel awkward or socially awkward or just weird as much anymore. Continually, I am perceived as way more intelligent. I read books and I enjoy them. I'm not really like that normal of a person. I don't just sit there and watch anime all day and like that. Like, I've lived that life of playing games and wasting my life away, and I genuinely cannot do it anymore. My physique is just great now. I get attention from other men with respect. People compliment me, and then obviously female attention is just much better now. My fashion sense, my self-worth and happiness has just, everything all across the board has improved. There are some goals that I'm really working on at the moment and I need to achieve those, but generally my life is like 100 times better, and I want the same for you. If you want to improve your life, you need to buckle up, you need to listen, and you need to genuinely work on yourself and listen to somebody like me who has actually done it. So if you're not working out, that is the absolute #1 thing that you need to do immediately. Buy a gym membership literally today. That is an action step. If you don't have a gym membership, you need to buy one immediately. As soon as this video ends, go and buy a gym membership. I don't care if you don't feel like it, I do not give a fuck. You need to start working out and improving your body. It's literally an absolute necessity as a man, and there is very few ways that we can kind of get that hunt and be a masculine person in the modern world, because we don't have to hunt for food anymore. We just go to a grocery store. You don't have to work in a factory or do all of this hard labor and stuff. We live really easy, comfortable lives, and if we don't add a bit of discomfort and hardship, and we don't do anything difficult or build and achieve something, you're not gonna have any self-respect. So about 4 years ago, before I had built the body, before I'd improved my looks, before I improved my intelligence and all of this stuff, there was no accolades, there was no self-respect, there was nothing that I could say I've done that and feel happy about myself. When it comes to the physique, when I used to look at these old photos and see how dramatically my body has changed, I've literally built mass, what looks like out of thin air. And if I can literally physically change the mass of my body and change my physique, you start to realize you can probably do anything in life. You can build something out of yourself. You can build a new character. The mindset that I have, I'm way more comfortable. I don't really feel anxious too much, especially in social situations. I can go talk to anybody, ace a job interview, all of these things. Like, I am literally just a better person now. And I'm telling you, at least 50%, if not more, comes from initially starting the gym and building a body for yourself. The biggest excuse people always make, the first thing they'll ask me is, oh, how long will it take to get a good body? And it's like, brother, that is the wrong question to have, right? Time is going to go by anyway, so would you not just spend 3 years, 2 years? Some people have insane genetics, only 1 year, 1.5 years to build a great body. The time is going to go by anyway. Just do it and stick to it. It's not like you're gonna do it for 3 years and then quit. You're gonna do this as a lifestyle. Your life changes. And also, I want to say, it's really not that difficult. Like, it is hard, it's not easy, but it's not rocket science. It's not like incredibly difficult. You're gonna hate it at the start, to be honest, but then you're gonna start to realize, yo, I see a bit of progression, I see a bit of a bicep. I'm actually enjoying these workouts. It makes me feel good, it makes me feel happy about myself. And that's when you start to enjoy it. And like, I'm at the stage now where no matter what's going on, I am going to hit my gym session. So it just really goes to show, it becomes part of your lifestyle and your identity, and you realize there's a level of discipline there, and discipline is absolutely required in any endeavor of life. So like, for example, me missing one gym session will spiral into other aspects of my life. My diet will then get worse. I'll miss like 2 or 3 more gym sessions because a whole weekly routine gets ruined, and then after that I fall into a bit of a rut, falling into vices or whatever, and then you just get fucked up, right? So I don't allow that to happen. I just make sure, no matter what, it's an irrefutable standard, I get my gym session in because I said I would. So I kind of ruined the recording for this segment, so I'm re-recording it. So the second most important lesson that I can give you to improve your life is reading books. So as you can see, I've got a bookshelf here. I've not read all of the books, but reading books has become part of my identity and who I am, and I think it's one of the most fundamental things that you can integrate into your reality. So get a Kindle, get as many books as you can. So like get a bunch of books, even if you've not read them, just have them in your immediate environment, because once you have books all over the place, you're gonna be continually reminded, okay, I need to read this book, I need to read it, I need to read it. Because at the start, and even like whenever you fall off reading books for like a week or two, you lose that momentum. So you're gonna keep feeling shit about it until you force yourself to do it, and then you read it. And then, for example, you'll just read a book because it's on your desk, and then it becomes a habit and you build momentum and it becomes a daily thing that you do. It improves your vocabulary, it improves the way that you're perceived in the world. It's also even an attractive habit to girls, if that's, another reason to motivate you because you're down bad. When I first wanted to start reading books, I originally, I was starting to read a few on my phone, but I couldn't really stick to them. And I got a Kindle, and for a full year, I was just reading multiple books at the same time. Wasn't reading my Kindle that much because I just felt overwhelmed and I felt like shit. So I decided to read one book at a time, and I actually made a lot of progress, and that's definitely what I'd recommend to you. So I'd recommend buying a Kindle. They're not that expensive and they're really valuable. You can get books for cheap and whatnot, but even physical books, they're not that expensive. The biggest thing about books is it's low dopamine and it's delayed gratification. You don't get gratified immediately when you read a book. Generally, you will get the knowledge over time once you finish the book. So it's delayed gratification. Secondly, it's very low dopamine, so it's much better than just scrolling or playing a video game or just sat on your phone or watching a movie. And the thing is, even I've not read this book yet, but even if I only got one life-changing insight or just one really good insight from this book, that means it was worth the purchase and worth the read and the time spent in it, because that's basically one incredible insight and great perspective shift in my life just from a $5, $10 book. Like, come on, that's incredible, and is one of the best ways you can maximize your intelligence and your learning and just increase that curiosity within you and self-improve. So again, just to emphasize, read one book at a time. Don't try to do this thing where you read 2, 3, 4 at the same time, because you'll get like halfway through or a quarter way through and then you'll switch book and you just never get that completion of a single book, and you're also just overwhelming yourself. So that's number 2. That's one of the best things that you can do to improve yourself. So when it comes to work and focus, this is the biggest one that I struggled with and I still have issues with from time to time. But this is my expertise and I teach others how to improve their focus, do a dopamine detox, and kind of eliminate distractions. So focus is the absence of distraction. So the way to focus is not by adding things, adding rituals, adding routines, adding lights, buying new devices. None of that is focus, right? So focus equals the absence of distraction. Keep that in mind. Generally, remove everything, remove all the tabs, work on one tab at a time, remove all of these apps that are at the bottom of your computer, put your phone in a different room, and just do the task at hand. Get a to-do list, and even if you've got 100 things, scribble everything out and only look at the top 1, 2, and 3. And if you're struggling so much to just get things done, just do the number one thing. That's it. And then every single day just go at it. And eventually you'll start building momentum. When you're overwhelmed and you try and do everything at once, nothing works, man. It's not about what you feel like, and this is what I've realized. I still get up by this myself, but you're not gonna feel like studying. You only do it like last minute because there's a deadline, so make deadlines for yourself. But despite that, you're never gonna feel like doing it. So you have to sometimes have that discipline muscle within you and just do it regardless of how you feel. And that's kind of what the gym thing is. Like yesterday, I didn't want to go to the gym. It was leg day. Don't enjoy leg days at the moment because I've switched mine up. It was 8, 9 p.m. and I just didn't want to go, but I forced myself to go. I did not want to be there at all. Even throughout my session, I was pushing myself, failure. I didn't want to be there. But even if it was a shitty workout, a shitty workout is better than no workout. And I built that discipline. I increased that muscle just ever so slightly, and I forced myself to go. So it's the same thing with the mental, same thing with reading a book, or same thing with doing the work or doing studying. You need to just force yourself no matter what, even when you don't feel like it. I don't care if I feel like doing it or not right now. I have to do it. I have to. And that's what builds that muscle up. And then over time, similarly to the gym, you will start to view it as your identity and as your lifestyle, and it will become more normal and less difficult. It's always the most difficult at the start. Starting is the hardest part, and then that beginning phase is the most difficult. And once you get out of that phase, it starts to become normal. And when it becomes normal, it doesn't become easy immediately, but it's just less difficult for you to do on a day-to-day basis. Just never half-ass things in life. Do 0 or do 100%. Like you have to remove this laziness out of your life. Stop resting, stop laying down all the time. You're a young man, you have so much potential and energy within you. You shouldn't be laying down and scrolling on your phone all day or feeling fatigued and lethargic all day. So just stop half-assing things. Start working hard at whatever it is, and the number one thing that you should start with is the gym, without a shadow of a doubt. And you'll start to feel better about yourself. You'll stop viewing yourself as such a lazy piece of shit. And you know, people will notice. It will take time. It took about 2 years for people to start noticing around me, and it's taken 4 years for people to completely like notice and change the perception of me. But it's so worth it now. So it doesn't matter how long it took. And I know when I first started, I really wanted people to stop viewing me in the way that they did, stop treating me the way that they did. It takes time, but believe in yourself, stay consistent, and do what I've told you to do in this video. I believe in you, and I'm sure you'll smash it. Peace.